Hi guys, this is my first experiment at recording something offline, or perhaps putting on the YouTubes, or at least using it as a test bed to see if this works out for me. And the subject is going to be how to do a quick key farm in Guild Wars 2. Now, a key farm is essentially raising a new character up to level 10, doing the first chapter of the personal story, and that nets you a key. You can do that once a week. Then you delete the character and do it again next week if you want. The way I do it. A lot of people will do this because it's a fun, entertaining way to get a key. There is a faster method. If you have a whole bunch of the leveling tomes, you can just consume 9 of those and go straight to the personal story, and the whole process will take about 15 minutes. The version I'm going to do takes more like an hour and 15 minutes. I usually do this once or twice a week. I have an alt account, so I'm on the alt account right now. The first thing you have to do is you want to create it as a human. Sex doesn't matter. Class does. Playing a fun class, a class that you find fun, obviously is going to make it a better experience, but for speed, I like Guardian. I will explain why when we get there. The rest of this stuff is fine. You can take it a little bit to tune it up if you want, but you certainly don't have to. None of the rest of this stuff matters until you get to I was raised, and you want to choose the common folk. The reason I'm going with human and common folk is people who've run the analysis, and boy have they, have come to the conclusion, and I have found my own experimentation, agrees that this is the fastest route. The rest of the stuff really doesn't matter. Now, you're going to get a lot of animation with a skip to the end button down here, and you're always going to want to use that if you want to do this as quickly as possible. I'll be running a little bit slow, simply because I will be explaining things.
Everybody
this
get
guy.
to the end. We can protect you at the end.
And regardless of which race you choose, they always have their own starting zone. Pardon me. For the humans, it's a fight around Shaymore against centaurs. Need to come over here and talk to the sergeant again. Just want to skip to the end. And now, a little bit of a skip. If you note on the mini-map, you can see that there's a green arrow over here. That's the way you're supposed to go. That's the slow way. If you run over there a lot of times, about half the time the gate will be closed because there's another event going on. You have to wait 2-3 minutes for the gate to open up, so the instance will advance. But by running in this direction, you skip the gate entirely. Even if the gate is closed, I'm already into the next phase of the attack defense. So the centaurs, at the worst case, this doesn't gain you anything. Doesn't cost you anything, but it doesn't gain. Best case is it saves you several minutes. And in this case, the centaurs are attacking, which means that the gate is closed on the other side, although it's open. Because once the attack begins, that gate closes. Why it's appearing open, I don't know, but it does appear open.
Got them off balance.
Maybe it doesn't close until the boss comes? Not sure. Anyway, the normal experience here is that that gate would be closed. It's also possible because I'm the only one here that has kind of gummed up the gate function.
Get ready. There's another wave coming.
And you defeat like 3 waves of centaurs, then the boss comes, you knock him down to half. Yeah, this person has just come. Choco Parfait has come. Just another player. And there's the door closing. Okay, the gate closes then when the boss comes. So regardless, at this point, if I had done what we normally do, just follow the green arrow, I would have been able to get in through the gate. I would have been in some fighting against the centaurs.
You think you can defeat me?
But if I'd arrived like a minute later, and I've seen this happen, you can get there just in time to watch the doors close. In one case, I got there and I front rolled and should have gone through because the doors were still partially open. But no, once the doors started moving, they're closed. And I bounced off and I had to sit there for like...
By all six gods.
It's not a big deal, but it's a skip
It's
worth
huge.
making.
That soldier
If I do this every
is a
week,
threat.
sometimes twice a week, I don't always do humor, I mostly do. It adds up. The number of minutes add up. If it's 3 minutes, I'm saving half the time.
Take out those giant
That's an
heads.
hour and
The whole
15 minutes
thing
a
will
year.
come crashing down. Watch for debris. Keep your heads down.
Now, there is another thing that can happen while you're out in the main part. We're in an instance of space now. What amounts to the tutorial. And that is, you can have an invasion in the full map by the Awakened. If that happens, and you're in a map with that, you do want to try and get involved in the fight against it. It'll appear on the minimap as bunches of red crossed swords. Now these are level 80 mobs, but they've been downscaled. They still hit much harder than basically any other mobs in the map. But they are fightable at low level, and they give really good experience. Now, you, unless you have access to the expansions, won't have mounts. I will be using the Raptor just to speed things up. So you run across the bridge, grab the waypoint, and this is the first heart. I'll have little tips. You want to entertain the brown cows. Apparently, they enjoy having us dance. And the reason we're doing this is it's fast progress on the heart. And I generally also take care of all the scorched corn, which is, I think, very fast as well. Ideally, the reason that I go with the Guardian is at some point relatively early, I will get the Greatsword. And the Greatsword on Guardian is a terrific tool for dealing with content very quickly. As I have it, there's a 3-stroke combo, 3-key combo, basically, that'll clean up batches of mobs very quickly. There are 2 events that can happen here, and if either of those show up, and hey, what do you know, one of them just showed up. Speak of the devil, it's the bandits. There's the bandits, you can have a bandit attack, and ideally you want this to happen before you finish out the heart, because you get heart credit for it. But in this case, you will also get a nice XP buff, just from killing the bandits. The other event that can pop up here is the Worm Queen. I will try to comment about any... We defeated 3 waves out of 10 bandit waves. There are enough people around, I don't think they're going to need me. And I have done a pretty decent contribution already.
You're kidding me, right?
So I should get a gold medal contribution level. And I will move on to the next heart. That's a much better, well, not much better, slightly better. And the next heart is the crawfish traps here. I don't think there are any events specifically that happen here. The next heart has 2 events that happen at it. And basically here, you're just opening the crawfish traps. If anything comes out, you whack it. And usually, that'll be enough progress to finish out the heart. If not, you can just kill some other river drakes that are lolling about, wasting their time.
Replenishing.
So if you get lucky and get the awakened invasion, and I don't know how often it happens, there's the gold medal contribution on the bandit invasion event with a good chunk of XP. Basically, any event that is going where you can get to it in time, you want to at least get a partial contribution, as it's XP for very little effort. And heart complete. And level. Now level 4. Okay, 2 events can pop up here. One is there's a giant elemental that can spawn, and the other is a harpy invasion. Other than that, you're just going to run around, you're going to patch leaks, awaken the young elementals, keeping in mind that if somebody gets to a node before you do, let them spawn the critter, in this case, and then you can use it after you kill the critter. So for another player here, he can do the same thing and spawn the exact same thing. And as always, you don't want to go mental about it, but you're trying to do things relatively as quickly as possible. Because I've done this map like 100 times, so it's not especially interesting anymore. And the primary objective is to get to the key. Now, mind you, on a dollar basis, this is really not a great deal, as a key costs about $1.50, and this will probably take you, generally speaking, somewhere around an hour or an hour and a half. That's not a particularly good wage. But I actually find it relaxing. Nice, low-impact way of spending a day. So, we didn't get either of the events here. We didn't get the giant elemental who spawns down in this area, and we didn't get the harpy. The next one has got 2 more events that can spawn, including a chain. One of them is up. This is the Red Apples event. So, you will get an apple for killing, I think, anything in the area. And you can also shake the trees and get multiple apples to fall. Spiders to fall.
Replenishing.
And what you always want to do is, if you get something like, in this case, the spider or the apples, you always want to turn some in right off the bat. That makes sure that you at least get partial contribution. Because partial contribution is a big gain over none. And there are a number of people around here, so
Nice to see you.
making good progress. Also making very, very good progress, you'll note, on the heart. In this case, we're basically doubling up. The spider we kill gives us progress. Turning in apples, I think gives us progress as well. Quit running away. Okay, so the bats do not give you apples. The spiders will give you apples.
Welcome.
There's the heart complete. So, the apples is one of the events. There's another event to kill spiders. And at the end of the spider event, it spawns a queen spider.
Nice to see you.
That's another level. We're having pretty good luck. We've gotten a couple of events popping where we just happen to already be. Great time saver. Over here, don't know how to dodge, that's where you learn how. Gives you a reward. Yay, rewards. There are no events? No, there's one event that spawns here. You can have a bandit invasion.
Replenishing.
Now, there's the apple collection. If you go to the suspicious bushes, you shake them, out will come either a lost Moa chick or a bandit. You can obviously get more XP if it's a bandit because you get the XP, not just XP, but heart progress for killing. But generally, I get most of my XP and heart progress in here by activating the stolen feed and then killing the bandit.
Replenishing.
The stolen feed you will return to the NPC outside. So again, you're sort of double dipping, getting the XP for picking up the stolen feed, XP in progress for killing bandits, and heart progress for when you return the stolen feed. There are a fair number of random factors that can determine how long it's going to take you to do the whole run. If you catch a lot of events, that's helpful. If you get the awakened invasion, that's very helpful. As if you manage to catch, say, 4 or 5 of the little invasion nodes, you can get 2 levels worth of advancement out of that for a very small time. Always, anytime there's any fight going on, you want to make sure you hit every mob. Get experience from every mob. That's really important in the awakened invasions, as those mobs take a lot of hits. So any area effect spells, skills you can use to damage them all, it's great. It's even worth it to run from, if they spread out a little bit, to run from one to another, just to make sure you get at least one good hit in each of them, especially the champion. Waves that have a champion, the champion is worth it. And we've made enough progress, I think, probably by talking to her and giving her back the stolen stuff. We finish out the heart. So we've had a couple of the events spawn. There we had the bandit invasion and the very first heart, and we had the apples, the apple. There's an event going on here, but it's a timed one. Generally, there's not enough critters around for you to make sure you get a contribution here, and it's going to take 4.5 minutes for it to finish. That's not time well spent, so we skip it. We grab the point of interest, the POI, and grab the vista, and we move on back to basically the area where we started in the tutorial, fighting the giant elemental hands. Again, if you don't have the mount, don't worry about it. Just getting from place to place is going to take a little bit longer. This is my alt account. I don't have but a small number of the mounts. I don't have the beetle, or the sky scale, or the griffin. And those can make things even faster. Woo! If you can grab any hero challenges you happen to come across, I think they're worth XP as well, but also having the hero they are, will give you more options.
Replenishing.
And there's the greatsword. That's always a reward you get at level 6.
Standing. Barely.
And everything just gets easier with the greatsword. Basically, it's 3-4-2. 3 is your leap into combat. and I believe it blinds them. Yes, it does. So that their next attack misses you. 4 is an AE that does damage and also reduces the amount of condition damage you take, right? Yeah. And then finally, 2 is the big spinning attack that does lots and lots of damage. That's the 2 attack. And that is your meat and potatoes while leveling a guardian, for sure. But right now, we're just trying to finish out this heart as quickly as possible. To my mind, the key to doing it in as speedy a fashion as possible. Hit the carts when they're up.
Time to do some real damage.
And now we'll do it. Jump, seal, spin. Wiped him out, and if there'd been 2 or 3 more of them, we'll wipe all of them out too. But you run over here and you grab all the lost trinkets. They are very fast progress towards heart completion. Oh, there is an event going on.
And of course,
And
we're right where we want to go.
I will be able to make a contribution. I've forgotten there is the one event here. Oh, I don't. There's also an attack on the fortress behind me. I've forgotten about that.
That's the last of
So
them.
there are 2
Why don't you keep
events
watch,
that can
and I'll
happen. That was
poke
good for
around the
enough for
room,
silver.
see what I can find.
Again, an opportunistic use of, hey, an event. Let me grab it. Extra XP. In here, you want to kill rats and tidy up the documents. Because you're a hero, that's what you do. You kill rats and straighten up the documents. Don't you feel heroic? Maybe not. But hey, I'm only level 6. I'm not the big hero yet. And then we head out along the road, and that part is really fast. In fact, I was going to say it'd be faster, but the road isn't, I think, quite long enough with enough items that you can activate. You'll note I'm level 6, and this is a level 7 heart. I am going to fall slightly behind the curve for these quests because they're very straightforward and simple. And that's why I play Guardian when I want to do it quickly. Look at that 3-4-2 combo. Great for taking out multiple mobs really quickly. And this one should give us the heart completion. Nope. Yes. And that's level 7. The next quest we'll be doing is the most boring quest in the game, but it's relatively quick, and it's definitely easy. Make sure you grab the waypoint. Anytime you're close to a waypoint, or a POI, or a Vista, or a heart, grab them. The next quest is the most boring in the game. It is referred to by my guildies as hold. And you'll hear why in just a minute. The best,
Pick up a
there it
rifle and
is,
get in
hold.
formation.
You talk to this guy,
Don't
Sergeant
fire a
Soto.
shot until the order is given.
Pick up a rifle. You pick a target. You wait for him to say aim, unless you can.
Take aim.
He's going to say hold between one and 3 times, and then he's going to say fire.
Hold.
When he says fire, just let up on the 1 button.
Fire.
And it's 9 or 10 of these.
Not bad.
Not bad,
Not bad
at
at
all.
all.
Let's keep at
Let's
it.
keep at it.
That's it. That's all you have to do. It is faster here than doing any of... There's a couple of other options you can do for
Take
what they
aim.
call sort of combat training. They're more time intensive
Hold.
and a little more difficult, I want to say.
Hold.
A little more challenging to time correctly and get done as quickly as possible. Whereas this one is exactly what you see right here.
Not
That's
bad
it.
at all. Let's keep at it.
Hold. Aha, I jumped the gun,
Take aim.
so to speak.
May the six watch over me.
Hold.
I'm holding.
Hold.
Fire?
Fire! Not bad. Not bad at all. Let's keep at it.
As I said, it's not grippingly interesting. In fact, it's dull as dishwater.
Take aim.
And simply all you do is it changes your hotbar. You hold the one key down
Hold.
until he says fire.
Hold. Fire! Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Let's keep at it.
So it takes like 3 or 4 minutes. It's boring,
What is it?
Take aim.
but there are worse hearts on the map. There are 2 terrible hearts on this map that under no circumstances do you want to do.
Fire!
Pick up a trading store.
One is the swamp,
Wouldn't want anyone getting
bad.
hurt.
Not
where
bad
the
at
world
all.
event happens.
Let's
where you
keep at
have
it.
the Shadow Behemoth. That heart is terrible. It's terribly designed and awful.
Take aim.
Basically, every map has a
Way
couple
too
of hearts
slow.
that are just sheer
Try
agony.
attacking
That's
me as
one
I
of them on
lower
this.
my guard.
And the other I will show you when we get there. We'll be bypassing it.
Hold.
Is the crabs.
Hold.
Underwater crabs and on fire.
Fire!
Real problem with that is if you're the only person there,
Yeah.
it's
Not bad at all.
annoying and tedious.
Let's keep at it.
If there are multiple people around, that heart is just dreadful. It is awful.
Take aim.
Come on. That's way
Because
too
it's
slow.
one where
Try attacking me as I lower my guard.
only one person can get credit for a lot of the activities for the heart. And that just makes it terrible.
Hold.
If there's a bunch of people around competing for
Fire!
those, it's just god awful.
Not bad.
Pick up
Not
a
bad at
rifle and
all.
get in formation.
But every heart,
Remember,
every
don't
map has a
release your
few
shot
hearts
until
like
the
that.
order is given.
Take aim. Hold.
I'm holding.
Hold.
Mm-hmm.
Fire! Not bad. Not bad at all.
2 more, I think.
Let's keep at it. Take aim.
And then we'll be doubling back.
Hold.
So, a couple of my friends do the same thing. They do key farms all the time. And they have slightly different paths than I use.
Not bad.
I, of course,
bad
think
at
mine is
all.
the best, or I wouldn't be
Let's
spreading
keep
it,
at
or
it.
sharing it with you. Spreading it? Yes, I'm spreading it. It's
That
a
rifle is
contagious
property of the
disease.
Seraph. You can't just walk off with it.
Take aim.
The craft fair is a good place for
And-
a family gathering.
Hold,
Oh,
Hold.
yes.
and just have one
I
hold
think
and
so,
say
too.
fire. That would be nice.
Hold.
Okay, 2 holds and then fire would be nice.
Hold.
Alright, and
Fire!
done.
Show these bloods how.
Not bad at all.
Heart complete. Like I said, it's boring. And then we'll run over here. We'll grab the Vista, POI. And we've got another Vista up here. And I will use my button for this, just to save myself a little bit of time. Grab this waypoint. POI over here. going to teleport ourselves back here to the garrison. We're going to grab the Vista.
May Balthazar strengthen you.
That's level 8. I'm going to sell some junk just to get it out of my inventory.
Anything to report?
Nice. And the next heart is actually on the other side of the hill. This is just a recent change I have made in my path for this. When this is open. This is faster than killing the wasps, I think. That's to kill as many of the Skrit as possible. And because we are horrible cultural imperialists, we will destroy what appear to be the objects of value or cultural or religious significance. They're Skrit shiny things that kick them over because we're cultural imperialists. And this does seem to be faster than dealing with the wasp nests outside to me, so this is a change I've made to my pathing for this just recently, in the last couple of weeks. I've been after doing this like 100 times over the last 2 years, give or take. But we got it mostly done. And there's another event going on here.
Time to do some real damage.
It's going to take it 6 minutes plus to finish off, so... there doesn't appear to be anyone else around doing anything with it, so I'm going to guess the Skrit are probably going to succeed. But I'll get some XP even if the whole thing actually fails, if the event actually fails. And there's the heart complete. And I will skip killing any of the wasps. Can I mount up now? How about now? Now? How about now? Now would be nice. Sometimes the game comes up. I quite understood there was nothing around me. I wasn't in combat. Don't get it. Next up is a heart over here, where we need to kill boars and fix the boar traps. Reset the foothold traps. You want to avoid, there are a few veteran dire boars around. They're bad news. They hit really hard. Boars are a little bit on the tough side to begin with. Veteran boars will happily send you on to or afterlife, where they will chase you eternally.
You'll be feeling that one for days.
And again, I am a level lower than theoretically this is designed for. I'm level 8. So in some maps, that matters more than others. Some maps, being a level low for some of the content makes you feel kind of weak. Veteran boar up there. Forget that. Skip the veteran boars.
Time to do some real damage.
Grab the POI here. The veteran boar Lots of veteran boars around today. And the lovely sound of a rusty trap being opened. Squeal!
You hear that?
So my intent on this is to, let's see, this usually pisses off a veteran dire boar, realizing that a hunter, but that one apparently is far
Kicking
enough away.
tail and taking names.
See, the event failed with the Scrit event, but I still got some XP out of that, and that is the heart complete. So my intent with this is to watch this once I'm done, decide what I might do better, if I need to put together a script, not, before I try dropping this on the YouTubes and seeing if anyone actually wants to watch it. This is the heart that I spoke about skipping. It's terrible. Try not to ever have to do this one unless you're doing a map which it's awful. I will get this entire heart done in 20% of the time it will take.
I hate them so much.
And this is removing graffiti, crushing wasp nests, talking to the hiding children, killing rats again.
Good to meet you.
And we're already about halfway done with this heart. A guilty of mine initially thought that this art was terrible and never did it. I had to tell him, it's actually the best one in the game, at least in this map, because you can get it done so fast. And then what I normally do is, once I hit level 9, and this will put me well over level 9, at that point, I basically will ride around the map, just grabbing waypoints and vistas and that kind of thing. Now, this obviously doesn't hold if you don't have any mounts, in which case you'll have to find another heart or two to do. There's level 9. Grab vista. Well, that mighty greatsword isn't that mighty after all, turns out. And in this case, I'm also going to grab the hero point. This is a tougher one
Things we didn't make.
than most.
Step right up, carnival goers. Test your strength against mine and win a prize. You think I'm too old to kick your tail? Don't judge a knife by its snout.
Hurts,
Beat
doesn't it,
me
for
and
job
take
now?
home a prize.
Haha, missed me.
Time to do some real damage.
I could lose this.
I can't believe it.
Worth some more XP and another hero point. Come over here and sell junk again. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit anal retentive about having junk in my inventory. But, for instance, if you don't have a mount, running around and just grabbing POIs and stuff is not a great idea. It's better with the mount. But without, you might have to do another heart, possibly even 2. The one over here isn't too bad. The key to that is knowing where you have to go for it. Grab that POI. The heart here, in essence, if you want to get it done, there are 2 ways. You can go over here if there's currently a fight going on, and there is. And basically you need to kill centaurs for this one. So either if the centaurs are attacking or have captured it, this is an example of where you can make progress on the heart. Right now I'm destroying their weapon racks. Those are good for progress too. Damn, I could die here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I'll run away for a second. The other place you can go is if this... There is no fight going on here. There is over there a centaur base. And those are the two places where you can find centaurs. If there's a fight going on here, this is the better choice. If there isn't, no event going on here, then that other camp is the place you have to go. This is a level 12 heart, which is why I was kind of getting in trouble getting hit by things. I'm only level 9. This can happen in a number of the maps where basically there isn't necessarily a smooth curve everywhere for you to... Oh, time limit? 6:43? I won't be waiting for that. Well, that's what I'm talking about, timed events. Timed events stink if you're doing something like Keyfly. That's going to last for 6.5 minutes. I've been doing this for 42, so... the monastery here is also a perfectly reasonable way of getting XP, a heart to complete. Inside there are grubs you can kill, and they're on a relatively quick respawn time. Down here is a heart that you really want nothing to do with. This is the other heart I mentioned that you don't want to do. It's in the swamp. God's Lost Swamp Heart is terrible and badly designed. Basically, everything you do that gives you progress towards the heart should give you at least twice as much. Then it would be a win. Alright, level 10. When you hit level 10, it allows weapon swapping. Well, I don't have a usable offhand, so there's really no reason putting the base in there. And we need to now go back to where we started, the Shaymore waypoint. And head up the hill, and we're going into the big city, Infinity's Reach. The way I like to do it is, and this works regardless of whether you've got a mount or not, is to head up here. You want to grab the waypoint that's next to the bank. We're also going to get the waypoint in the central park area, as that will be useful later when you need to talk to Logan Thackeray, unfortunately, in his office. Because his office is at that door straight ahead. Now, you'll remember we chose Commoner, so our friends here are Andrew, who presumably owns the inn, and his daughter, Petra. The other choices are Street Kid and Rich Guy as your origins. Twitchy Jake outside, and let's see. Uptown Johnny getting shot down by the barmaid.
Come on, sweetness, just one dance. Let's see where it takes us.
Only if you get a job, a haircut, and a clue. And maybe not even then.
Thank you, Barmaid Barbara, the true hero.
Watch it.
You almost spilled
Talk
my
to Petra. Fight starts.
for a fight. Cause now you got one.
I knock you out and you'll prove it.
That's what I'm talking about. Our ability to wax people really quickly. There's like a few flunkies and then a bunch of named mobs who are tougher. This is up there, Johnny.
Leave it.
This is the worst mob in the instance. This is Blaze. He's got a special ability you can see up here. Standing ground. What that does is it means that you can only have one condition at a time. And so any class that doesn't do a whole lot of power damage, that does condition damage, defeating him seems like it takes forever.
Ground like a big nail.
Get over here and help me!
So, yeah, she goes down really quickly, as you can tell. Oh, she did do a knockback.
That's enough, I yield.
Yeah, and then she gives up.
Hold this
Chicken.
position.
It's Twitchy Jake.
Back up.
Ah, missed me. The first time he missed me.
Time to do some real damage.
Every time he does his spinning attack, he knocks you down.
Okay. I surrender.
All right, just me and Big Nose Ted to play a game now.
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
It's okay, Ted. I'll go last. We're supposed to be blinded.
Fun's over here.
Ted?
Time to do some real damage.
Ted. We got all of his gang taken care of. And they come in to arrest us. Logan Thackeray sets us free because I'm the hero of Shimon.
Find a way to help you no
Start
matter
out.
what.
Always grab the vitality gear here. Gives you a few more hit points. And hit points are much better than any sort of fractional gain you might get from basically any of the other gear. Step out. Now we need to find medicine. And the medicine is from Francis out by the worms. Our first heart that we did. Unfortunately, Francis is an idiot. He is the biggest idiot in the Seraph. Bandits stole the medicine from the guy in charge of securing the medicine. Not only did they steal it, he didn't go and get it from them. He wants me to get the medicine
How can I assist
that he was supposed to guard.
We should be
from the
with Logan.
bandits.
No offense to you guys, but Logan is where the action is.
He's really, really useless. And he gets even more useless than that. People die because of how useless he is. So, we head back to the cave. The bandit cave.
Until next time.
Enter. Always kick the big Moa in the butt. Well, first of all, our friend arrives with her big stick. I have a great sword.
You're the
She
one
has
who
a big
just got
stick.
out of the hospital.
Jake in charge.
It feels good swinging Miss Timber.
Bunch of Moas over here.
Moas.
Shitloads of bandits.
Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meppy's herd? I bet these birds are
So you
just
go to the
as
veteran King Moa, and you boot him in the butt.
There they go. Look at those feathers fly.
Blasted Moas around.
And this gets a whole lot of the bandits to run off too. We'll give them a second to do their work. And that just makes things, again, a little bit faster.
Is it just me?
They're supposed to be in jail.
Trying to get my cooldowns to reset. There we go.
What's all that racket down there? Pipe down, I'm busy.
And that's what
Hey, I need
342
backup over
will do
here.
for you as a guardian. Pretty good, huh? Yeah. So that's why, if I really want to do it quickly, a lot of times I just take guardian. Granted, it's also the class I know best, the class I've played the most since launch.
I need backup.
Revenant's also pretty good.
Dead. I'm Big Nose Ted's right-hand man. Hey, keep your hands off me. Hey, okay. I surrender.
He says he surrenders.
When you get to
So
the
we've
mist,
got
tell 'em Twitchy
the medicine
ain't
back.
sent you. Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. Everything back. You're kidding, right?
Oh, we're done. Skip to
I'll
the
see you
end,
soon.
exit, take the medicine back to Francis. At which point he gives us the medicine that we just rescued from the bandits who took it from him. This is really not good. This is thieves stealing police car level of bad.
How can I assist you?
I've got the medical supplies. Alright. So we have to talk with Andrew again.
Fighting men need to look.
And we give the medicine to Andrew. Penicillin, maybe?
You're back. They're upstairs.
It's
Take a
Barmaid
left,
Barbara.
First door on the right. Quick.
And again, just skip it. Because we're working for speed here, relatively. And skip it.
Undercover work is tricky.
And
To pull this off,
Logan.
you'll have to eat, breathe,
Comes out
think,
with this
and stink
incredible
like a
witticism.
bandit.
Not really. Alright, so now we actually have some stuff to use. This will go into the offhand, or into the swap, the weapon swap. That'll go into the offhand weapon swap. We got nothing else we can use, because of course. But when you hit level 11, it opens up this. What you want is the spirit weapons, in this case. And you want to put that in place, as that is a very useful auxiliary damage dealer for you. In fact, that ability, Sword of Justice, is in a lot of endgame builds, maybe even most endgame builds. Because it's a fire and forget. It's an area thing you drop and you don't have to worry about it. Spins and does damage. And you can have multiples of them. It's charge based. It has 3, and every 20 seconds one regenerates.
Good to meet you.
Sell some junk. Alright, now we need to go back to Shaymore, where we're the hero. Really, they keep calling us the hero of Shaymore. There's a cave in the graveyard. Oh, really small little town. Big honkin' graveyard. infiltration.
You're trespassing, jerk. Now I have
I am a trespassing jerk. That was not exactly what I wanted, but okay, fine. He will drop clothes. You wear those, and now you have a disguise, and you can get into the bandit caves. Again, skip to the end. I need to get information from 3 of them, including Uptown Johnny. Now, here comes my favorite bit of dialogue in the game. Remember Uptown Johnny who got shot down by barmaid Barbara?
I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
And she just walks away. It's glorious, really. I'll be right back in a sec.
I'm a dangerous woman.
Southside Johnny, baby. Man plus. The burn raid, what's that? Well, get the information out of Uptown Johnny.
You talking to me?
Just hit the green starred options. That'll get you through quickly. We need something from over here. I'll show you how that
Hurry up.
spinning sword
Blaze
of
wants
death
those
works.
fuses.
You just drop it in the middle and
Drinks are getting a little cozy with it. You sure about this?
almost killed all the
Now I'm
dragons.
changing my mind.
Go to the box, open it up, take the fuses. There are oozes, not fuses, in the barrels. Come over to Blaze, talk to Blaze. Again, just hit the green start options. They are planning on setting fire to an orphanage and a veterans hospital. That does, sounds pretty uncool. I would have to agree. And now we need to go in and talk to Logan Thackeray. He's like vanilla ice cream without the vanilla.
Here's our favorite new undercover operative now. Let's see if the hero Shaymore can shed some light on
It's
things.
bad. He plans to set fire to those two. You have to choose one to help. I'll help cover the orphanage.
Ted thinks
Again,
we
just
can
grab
be
the
in two places
vitality
at
armor.
once. That's
A
why
few more hit
gods
points
invented teamwork.
is always a help. A tiny bit of damage, maybe an extra point of damage. New boots? New boots, too. Wow. Like Christmas. We head back to this location. The Salma district. Now we gotta save all the little kids from arson at the orphanage.
The orphanage is this way.
Break down the orphanage door.
Before the fire spreads.
Time to do some real damage.
It's the syrup. Finish the job. Torch the flames.
Knock you out.
Right, down goes Uptown Johnny. He'll now be known as Underground Johnny.
Math time, kids. How many bombs does it take to set a fire?
Keep it up. They're tough. They're no match for us.
And Blaze goes down. We got one more kill on the stairs, and then
Fun's over
Ted.
here.
Animal. These children have suffered enough.
You want a piece of me?
Stay
Come and
behind
get
the
it.
children. Here's how I will protect you.
And we have killed all the bad guys and
Thank you.
saved all the orphans who cheer me because...
Every child is safe.
Awesome.
Thanks to you. Cormier bless you.
Here comes Serentine, more blah blah blah, which we'll skip again. She points, and we skip.
Come on, we're leaving.
Now, Francis will once again have shown how incredibly inept he is. You see smoke. That's the burning Veterans Hospital. And I will point out to you exactly how grossly, incredibly incompetent he is. As Logan will ask him. There it is. Listen up.
Your officers are strengthening you.
What's the situation here? We got all the people out, sir, but so far we haven't found...
We got all the people out, sir. He just said, we got all the people out, sir. Got all the people out.
Francis, tell me you got everyone out of there in time.
He just said.
No, sir. Sorry, sir. We got some of the people clear, but there were still people inside when it went up.
He didn't get everybody
On
out.
injuring casualty counts right away, did you at least catch the arsonists?
No, sir. Never even...
He is useless. Utterly and completely, thoroughly useless. Another level up. A new and improved greatsword. 2 shields and a dagger. Another level for us. Grab that. Salvage everything that's salvageable. Sorry, I'm anal retentive about keeping order in my bags. It's a compulsion. All right, we are almost done with the key farm. One last little instanced thing, and we're good to go. We are at 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 51 seconds. So about an hour and 5 minutes.
It's my fault. I never should have sent Francis alone. He's a good man.
He's not a good man. He's an incompetent boob, and you're an incompetent boob. And shut up, Logan.
Else. The Queen doesn't expect perfection.
So boring.
Why do you?
He's just boring.
Good to see you.
Talk to him. Talk to a
What
niece.
a pleasure to see you.
She's going to put illusions on us. Logan's going to complain.
What's up with my face? Now, why do I have to be the burn?
Hey, I have to be
It's
the
not
big-nosed one.
permanent.
Shut up, Logan.
So stop crying. We need to be in the cells before Serentine arrives.
And he's going to defend Francis again. Francis is a good man. No, he's not. He's an incompetent.
That was too long.
There it is. The worst cell in all of Tyria. Right there. That one would suck. And they're coming in behind me. Serentine again.
Rally to me! Shield formation! I can't be seen.
What are we waiting for? Rush
You
them!
can wait. Don't rush in.
Don't dance! Kill! Gods, do everything myself.
Yes, Serentine, you must do everything yourself.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Burn, baby, burn. And that's it for Serentine. We'll skip the conversation.
That felt good.
And, yeah, the key. And that is the objective of this entire exercise. An hour and 5 minutes. Pretty good time. So that's about how long it'll take if you've got a mount, you know the path, you're comfortable with it, you know all the optimizations. It's an hour and 15 to maybe an hour and a half if you don't. And some of the places, some of the starting quest maps are slower, some of the storylines are slower, and so on. So it can take over 2 hours for some of the choices.
What can I do for you?
So before we get to all of that stuff, I want to deconstruct what I can. That's in my inventory anyway. I'm going to sell the junk. Like I said, I'm
Act with wisdom.
nuts about keeping my inventory tidy. Let me really quick represent so I can drop off the extra crafty mats
Responsibility isn't easy.
into the guild bank for friends. And no, I'm not being mental here. You actually have to take stuff out to add it back.
Yes?
In like that. I think I have a black lion chest.
Speak quickly.
Maybe. I have 4, so okay.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
And now, to the big question, why would you go through all this work for a key? Well, Black Lion chests have goodies. We're guaranteed to get this. This is it gives you XP for World v World and PvP tracks. It's not great. This item will change over time. We're guaranteed to get one of these and one of these Black Lion statuette. These are a currency for a lot of really good cosmetics and stuff that have previously been available as prizes. So this is like the consolation prize. You collect them, you'll be able to pick up anything later. In the commons, we'll get 2 commons. This is guaranteed. Good ones are generally the die kits, if you're interested in fashion, and the unlocks as well. Other stuff that's good are more practical matters. The Tyrian exchange vouchers is nice. Black Lion plane ticket scrap, again, for cosmetics. Practical stuff is less good, in my case, because I've been playing so long. I have lots of teleports to friends, revive orbs, and so on. In the uncommons, we have about a 10% chance of getting an uncommon or better, and so these will be weapon skins. This is a skiff skin. It's not unusual for there to be a mount skin in there. A full Black Lion flame ticket, again, a choose skin. The rares, more skins. These are more practical things. Glyphs that increase what you gain from harvesting goods in the world. Flaxseed at Elderwood and Mithril mining nodes for your home instance. And then the super rares are extremely high quality of life and extremely valuable. I believe the bank access contract is selling for like 4,000 gold presently, which is enormous amount of money. So I'm going to click open, and what we're looking for is for a 5th box to appear. That means we got an uncommon or better. About 1 in 10. Nope, we just got commons. Black Lion ticket scrap and Black Lion statuettes. Those are both currencies. In this particular case, not a very interesting key result, but those are always useful. Those currencies are always something you going to want to have, so I'm always glad to have those. But I'll put those away for now. And that's a key farm. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to watch this, decide if it's quality, if I'd rather do something scripted. If I'm satisfied with this the way it is, I may try and put it up on YouTube. If this is on YouTube, and you're watching it, then I decided that, and I would really appreciate any feedback. Anything at all. You know, other than trim your beard, wear something more fashionable. But I want to thank you, if indeed you have watched this, very much for spending the time to do so. I stream almost every night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Twitch, as Magnifying Lens. One word. And thank you very much for your time, and I'd appreciate any opinion. I appreciate any opinions you have. Thanks again. And